We all have different seasons in our life, and I find myself at the end of one preparing for the next, and I wanted to just sit down and document the journey of me going through and figuring out what I'm doing for the next stages and let you guys in on what I have planned going forward. So first and foremost, I think it's important to actually step back and take a look at the season we just finished. Now for me, that was creating the real life RPG system. It was this idea that I had and been playing with by myself for a while now, and deciding to actually turn that into a project that developed out into a product that you guys have been playing with and making your own, and basically just bettering your lives from it. The responses I've gotten from it have been absolutely astounding. I'm so proud that I've been able to make it. And likewise, it's giving me this other level of creative freedom that I haven't had in a very long time. This pleasure that every time I see someone supporting the series or getting support from the actual system has been amazing. And taking a step back even further, the idea that I've been able to take some time aside from my work and be able to go, here is a project that I want to delve into, has been so fulfilling, and just being able to give me that break from the monotony of doing this same thing over and over week after week. But at the same time, I do realize that in doing so, I am neglecting a big part of my life that was my business, that is my business. And additionally, it doesn't hurt that, my business actually makes me an income in which I can sustainably live. And the past couple of months, because I had stepped back, there hasn't been that income that usually was there. And again, that was planned when I actually started the whole project, because I wanted to take a step back. I needed to just kind of reevaluate what I wanted in life. And I find myself at a stage now where I'm thoroughly enjoying making these videos, being able to document my journey of making different things, thinking thoughts out, and just overall processing my life so that one, I can hopefully bring you guys value, but two, in a decade or so, I can look back on this and go, that's where I was, that's what I was thinking, that's what I was doing. And it's been really interesting to have that sort of perspective. I look back on the videos I started with now and I'm already going, oh, that's right, I was thinking that way. And yeah, it's been great, but now it's time to move on to the next stage and the next main quest that I'm working towards. And there are two different values that I'm trying to focus on when it comes to this next main quest. The first is being able to continue these videos and potentially spend more time making them in a way that I find creatively fulfilling, but you guys are also getting an insane amount of value out of. The consistency of being able to upload something 2 times a week and you guys know, oh, okay, on Tuesdays and Fridays, I'm going to be watching this. And that's one of the things I actually need to keep you updated with. It's that I plan on making these videos 2 times a week still, but the schedule is slightly changing. And the videos themselves are going to be uploaded on Tuesdays and Fridays, and they're going to be themed. The main whole idea behind this was that I was watching a podcast and they were talking about the idea that we no longer have that communal show that we watch on Thursday nights at 7. And I thought back to all of my relationships with friends and family and whatnot, and a lot of the time it's been, hey, did you catch the latest episode of X? Or being able to plan to get-togethers so that we sit down and watch something together. I realize I'm never going to be the thing people put on as a family, but I do like the idea of having a consistency of you can expect something at Tuesdays and Fridays at around 6. I'm going to be playing around with the actual time slot. And in doing so, I also wanted to theme each of the days so that they act almost as different shows. The Tuesday is going to be based around me doing it. It's going to be based around making these systems. So the previous videos where I've gone through and made a little system in Notion, or I break down a project and explain it to you, that's what those ones are going to be. I want Tuesdays to be based around me doing something and giving you guys insights and knowledge to the tangible skills that it requires in order to make certain things. And then Friday is going to be the opposite of that. They're going to be the thinking days. They're going to be the ones where I'm taking a concept that I've just learned or I'm in the process of learning and trying to break it down in a way that makes it more easily understandable for you guys. Now, I've found, based on my years of teaching, that being able to properly understand something and then teach it in a way where it becomes very understandable to the layperson is certainly one of the strengths that I have and loves that I have, because being able to process something in that regard helps me understand it even more. This could be anywhere from me talking about a concept. This could be a video like this where I'm just explaining where I am in life and thinking things through. But they're the two main distinctions. And that gives me enough creative freedom to make the content that I want and have those rough pipelines so you can expect a certain thing each time. And then when we're talking about the second category for the main quest, it's that I'm going to be moving back into creating content around my actual business. But at the same time, I wanted to bring you guys along for the journey. I realized in doing this whole RPG system that I do want to pivot my business slightly so it is becoming more beneficial in regards to the tools that I provide to people, not just going, hey, I can make your social content for a month based on this price. I want it to be a tangible business that is something that you guys can also see and go, oh, I can do that. Here are the skills that he taught. Here's the business insight that he's learned. that you guys can also benefit from and use going forward. So enjoy looking forward to a couple of videos where I'm going to be going through and reskinning my business so that it's more refined as a business practice. It's going through everything from figuring out the target audience to figuring out a CRM and developing that in Notion. All of these based on the ideas of what I need, what I've learned that I need when it comes to my business. And hopefully you guys can also benefit from those things as well. So yeah, I've gone through now and I've created them in Notion. So I'm going to quickly go through that and explain why my main quest is the way it is. So here we are in my real life RPG system when it comes to the quests, and in particular the main quest system. If you guys don't understand what this is all about, check the video in the description that explains the whole system itself, and you guys can get your hands on it as well. But basically I wanted to go through and explain how I've started to break down what my main quest is going to be. And again, at the base level, there's two different areas. I don't know why that one's there. Let's delete that random one that's there. There are two main areas in which I'm going to be focusing on. The first is going to be the business side of things and documenting that journey, along with actually, pushing that journey forward in regards to hopefully making the business more profitable than it is currently. And the second one is just the content series of being able to document the journey, share insight with you guys, and actually give you that value on a consistent basis. So we'll start with that one because it is still very bare bones. But basically I wanted to make two different areas in which I was talking about the different videos that I'm actually going to be making. So the Tuesday doing videos, the Friday thinking videos, and playing around with the schedule and actually figuring it out. But the first thing I want to do is actually start creating a template so that I can consistently go, okay, cool, time for a video this week, press this button, it generates a set list of tasks. So it's like writing the rough script, storyboarding if it's going to regard like a larger project, figuring out exactly the colors and all that sort of stuff I'm going to be using, the visuals, editing, thumbnails, all that sort of stuff. And again, I'm just going to be spending some time today with that, figuring out exactly what I actually do in my process to document that. But basically, I want it to be so it's a simple video or even something that's created on a reoccurring basis where it is, hey, here's this task, here's the subtasks, just go and do them. And that way it can also relieve my mentality of going, oh, what am I doing now? Because again, this whole system is based around me going, here's all the things I need to do, and then at the base like interface, it goes, here's the two things you need to do right now. So yeah, that one's going to be refined over time. But the main one I wanted to focus on is this part of the video is actually the business side of things, because I want to go through and document the journey for people who haven't even thought about doing a business before. And I want to go through and actually explain what it's like to define the niche and the customer, because I'm going to be refining mine. I realized that my business, although I was very happy with it, could definitely use some refinement because I'm doing a lot of things that I didn't really want to be doing. And in doing so, I've also retracted from people's perception of what I can do. So just going through, refining things like the actual niche, the dream offer, the core offer. And in doing so, I want to document in a way that you guys can also go, oh, I can do that as well with my idea. Once there, I want to actually go through and actually create a CRM. So CRM is basically I think it's customer retention model, or it stands for something like that. But basically the journey that any customer for a business goes through. So from, hey, I don't know about this business to, I love this business, I'm doing regular work with them on a monthly basis. And having a system in place so that when I'm sending out emails, I can go, oh, they responded to this one, they didn't respond to that one, why is that? Why hasn't this customer responded in regards to this? What invoice needs to be paid this week? Having that all in a place where it is a single Notion template that you guys can also potentially get a hand on, and just work through and create a structure that removes all of that background thought and just allows me to go, cool, what am I doing today? That. Much like the RPG system, I wanted to create these systems for my life so that it does allow me to do more without having to worry about the small details all the time. And then finally, I wanted to also go through and create a system that focuses on the daily habits I'm working on and potentially integrating with the real life RPG system. We'll see. But I wanted to make it so that it does have like an outreach system, because one of the best things you can do in business and sales is just consistently get in contact with new people. And whether that becomes through the cold outreach of just emailing people, whether that becomes a warm outreach of going to networking things and connecting to people and they put you in contact with something, there's a lot of different ways to go about this. And I want to also treat each of these areas as an individual video. So if there's anything that you guys are interested in doing when it comes to a business, again, write comments down below to give me ideas of the different types of content that I can make for you guys as well. But they're the basic things I'm going to be doing, because after that, the next step is review what you've done, plan the next steps. Because I could go through and start going, oh, well, here's the 17 things that I need to do, but I feel like after each of these steps, there will be something else that pops up that makes you go, oh, that's where I need to focus. Or, oh, that's an opportunity that I can take a hand of right now. And being able to do that in a way that is sustainable just reminds me that I need to be checking in on a regular basis to make sure that all these things are getting done. So yeah, hopefully this will be of interest to you guys, and if not, then hopefully some of my other videos will be, and go check those out previously. I've been designing the RPG system, which you're looking at right now. But yeah, if there's any sort of systems or ideas that you want to see, once again, write comments down below. But thank you again for watching, and I'll hopefully see you on Tuesday where we upload the next video.